Presenting the transcription feature, Superman! Up in the sky! Look!
It's a bird!
It's a plane! It's Superman!
And now, Superman, strange visitor from the planet Krypton, who came to Earth with powers and abilities far beyond those of mortal men, and who, disguised as Clark Kent, star reporter for a great metropolitan newspaper, fights a never-ending battle against crime and injustice. Jimmy Olsen and his newfound friend, the stowaway Pug Flanagan, are in grave danger aboard the Clara M as she moves slowly southward through a thick fog. In our last episode, we heard how Superman turned the tables on Teak Barnaby by taking over the ship and throwing Barnaby in irons. Barnaby, in possession of a treasure map, intended to sail the Clara M to the treasure island and find the treasure for himself. With Superman now in command, it seemed that Barnaby would be foiled. Then a radio message was received saying that two tankers had collided in the fog some 20 miles away and were sinking rapidly. Superman was forced to leave the Clara M and go to the rescue of the sinking ships. And then, as our last episode ended, the villainous sailor Limey entered the hold where Barnaby was locked in irons and... But wait. Listen. Now here's me plan. I'll set you free. Together we open the seacocks of this here dub, scuttle her so she sinks fast, and then we get away in an open boat, taking the treasure map with us, see?
We'll have to get the map first. Kent's got it.
We'll get it. Then we'll row to the mainland. With the map in our hands, we'll take ship for Sumatra, and after that, there's 100 ways of getting to that there treasure island, eh?
It's a good plan. All right, come on. Up to it. Get these irons off me. In a hurry.
Oh, there ain't no hurry. Let's take our time, I says, and do a thorough job, eh? There now.
They got a better way of sinking the ship.
Huh?
If we open the seacocks, it'll be discovered before the Clara M has time to sink.
What's your plan?
Well, there's a couple of cases of dynamite aboard.
Dynamite?
Eh? I had it brought on board before we left Metropolis.
Dynamite?
Figured I'd need it if we had to do any blasting to get the treasure.
Huh?
Well, it'll come in handy for another reason now. We'll use it to sink the Clara M.
Oh, I think I sees what you're up to. And a good idea, says I. We'll lay a time fuse to the dynamite, say. Get away in the open boat, and then, after we're gone, the old tub will blow up.
He's quick to catch on.
All right.
Get now. Shake a leg with these irons.
All right. There. They're off.
That feels good. All right. Let's get started.
Huh?
You say you got a boat all provisioned?
Aye.
Then the first thing we've got to do is to get our hands on that treasure map.
Oh, and how are we going to do that, eh?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that map must be in Clark Kent's cabin.
Huh?
That Superman fellow took the map away from me. But he said Clark Kent would be master of this here vessel till he got back to Metropolis. The way I figure it, Superman must have given Kent that map.
Well, then, come on. Let's get to Kent's cabin and see if we can find it. Find the map yet, Barnaby?
No. Keep looking. It must be somewhere in this cabin.
Why don't we strike a light?
Don't be a fool. We're lucky enough to get into Kent's cabin without him being here.
Aye.
Strike a light and somebody's bound to see it.
Wait a minute. Off her now.
Huh?
Bloomin' fools, that's what we are.
What do you mean?
Well, that map wouldn't be here. If Superman made Clark Kent master of this here vessel, that map is probably laying safe and sound right this here minute in that little safe in the captain's cabin.
A little safe?
Aye.
Why didn't I think of that? Aye, Limey, you must be right.
Come
on. We're going to the captain's cabin.
Quiet, Barnaby, quiet. That wooden leg of yours makes too much noise.
Well, I can't help it. What's that? What's up?
Look there. Scotty and the two lads, Jimmy and Pug, is on the bridge. There ain't no one in the captain's cabin.
That's funny.
Huh?
Where's Kent? He's supposed to be master of the ship.
We won't worry about Kent. Come on. Let's get into that cabin and investigate that safe.
Hey, right with you. Quiet, in the name of heaven, they'll hear us.
Some oil on these door hinges wouldn't hurt. All right, here we are.
And there's the safe. It's lucky I know the combination. Haven't been captain myself for a few days.
Up to it, then, and get that safe open.
Easy does it, my friend. I'm still in charge here, remember that? I'll give any orders as to be given.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. Really, I am.
Aye. Now, let's see. 4 left to 14. 3 right. 282.
Howdy.
2 left. 224. Back to 65. There.
Huh?
She should open.
And sit down.
Now, let's see now. This ain't it. This neither. And this. Olson, Wales Limey, we're right. Here it is, right enough.
A piece of old silk, eh?
Hey, the treasure map.
Get on, just give it to me.
Never you mind, I'll take care of it.
Oh. Very well.
And now that we've got it, only one thing remains to be done.
All right, I'll get below and set a fuse on that dynamite.
Aye. And don't let's waste any time about it. Come on.
Having found the map which will lead them to the treasure, Teak, Barnaby, and Limey go below decks to set a time fuse which will blow up the Clara M. Meanwhile, miles away, speeding through the thick fog, Superman rushes to the aid of the sinking tankers. Listen.
Faster. Even now I may be too late. The radio operator said the two ships were sinking fast. I'd rather it hadn't been necessary for me to leave the Clara M, but with Teak, Barnaby, and chains, there shouldn't be any trouble. Jimmy and Pug Flanagan are perfectly safe, I'm sure. There's no need to worry. This job shouldn't take too long, and then I'll return to the Clara M as quickly as I can. Wonder what Editor White will say about that treasure map when we get back to Metropolis. It made me... Wait, there below. The sinking ship. Down! Those ships are going down fast, so they can't launch their boats. A good many of those men will lose their lives if I don't save them. This is a job for Superman. Down!
And so Superman reaches the scene of the wreck and goes to the aid of the stricken ships. Meanwhile, on the bridge of the Clara M, Jimmy and Pug talk with Scotty, the new first mate, unaware that in the hold of the ship a time fuse is burning slowly toward 3 cases of dynamite. Listen.
No, for the last time I tell both you lads I don't know what's happened to your friend Clark Kent. You'd be knowing more about that than I would.
But, Scotty, the last time we saw him, he was with Superman. Superman came into that dungeon below deck, broke Mr. Kent's chains, and took him away.
Well, your Mr. Kent wasn't with Superman when that there fancy dress fellow took over the Clara M.
Yeah, Superman told you Kent was going to be captain, ain't that right?
And so he will be, lad, when he turns up. In the meantime, following Superman's orders, I'm taking charge of the Clara M.
You say we're steering our course for 2 tankers that collided 20 miles from here?
That we are. Thinking rapid they are from what the wireless messages tell us. I doubt we'll arrive in time to save them. Let's hope there's a faster vessel than ours standing nearby to save them.
Gosh, I sure hope so.
There, lad, 'tis best not to upset yourself about it. 'Tis the way of the sea. There's many a ship's gone down, and many a sailorman gone down with it. And every sailorman in time learns to take such things philosophic-like. You live and you die by the sea, and you... Here, I'm talking too much, I can see that. Let's turn our thoughts to something pleasant, like that there treasure map, eh?
Hey, that's something, ain't it? When I stowed away in this tub, I never thought I'd get mixed up with a buried treasure. And maybe you won't. Scotty here says Superman gave orders to turn back to Metropolis.
Yeah. Me, I'd give my right arm to be sailing off of the Indian Ocean. Any place but Metropolis. I sure hate to be going back to that burg.
Say, why did you stow away, Pug? And why are you afraid to go back to Metropolis?
Pal, if you had my old man,
You shouldn't talk about your father that way.
He ain't never been no father to me. Why, that guy when I was... Listen, if you knew it...
Hey, Scotty, listen.
Here, you, it's Mr. McTavish from now on.
All right, Mr. McTavish, then listen, something funny's happened. I just found one of the lifeboats is missing.
What's that? One of the lifeboats missing?
Yeah, more than that. The missing boat made me suspicious, and I had to look at the next boat.
Well, what about it?
Somebody stove a hole in it with an axe.
What are you talking about?
I'm telling you straight, every lifeboat's got a hole stove in her. Every single one of them.
Tush, man, it doesn't make sense. One of the boats missing, and the rest of them with holes stove in them.
Barnaby.
What's that, lad?
Barnaby. He's escaped. I know it.
By heavens, the lad's right. That's the only answer. You there.
Aye, sir.
Get below to the brig where you can put Barnaby in irons.
Aye.
Find out if he's still there.
I can answer that, sir.
What? Who are you?
Come up from below. Went down to bring Barnaby some food. He ain't there, sir. He's gone. Limey's gone with him.
Limey?
So that's it. Limey helped Barnaby escape, and then they made off in that lifeboat after breaking holes in the rest of them so we couldn't follow him.
But why would Limey help Barnaby escape?
The treasure, lad, the treasure. Limey hopes to get past it. Help us.
Now what's the matter?
The map. They wouldn't make off without first getting the treasure map. Come on, boys. We've got to get to the captain's cabin right away.
Well, here's the cabin, but...
Look, the safe. It's been broken into. The map's gone.
Well, I guess there's no doubt of it now. Barnaby's escaped and taken the treasure map with him. Gosh, if only Superman was here. Or even Mr. Kent. They'd know what to do.
I wish they were here, too. Because I don't mind telling you I'm all at sea. If I only...
Great day. What was that?
Explosion. Below decks.
What's happening? What goes on here?
Barnaby's work, I'll be bound. Now I see it if you don't. Now I understand why those lifeboats were stove in. If those explosions are what I think they are, we'll be sinking any minute. And we can't do a thing to save ourselves. Not one blasted thing.
Look out.
Flames. Flames shooting up from the hold.
Aye, fire. And I was right. Lads were doomed. Doomed. Without lifeboats, there's not one thing we can do to save ourselves.
Barnaby and Limey have done their work well. With the lifeboats rendered useless and the Clara M going up in flames, what can save our friends now? Be sure to hear the next thrill-packed episode of our story with Superman.
Tune in the next thrilling installment of the transcription feature, Superman. Up in the sky, look!
It's a bird!
It's a plane! It's Superman! Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Action Comics magazine.